Hi everyone, Todd Peak Appliance here, looking at a GE range, and I thought this would be a pretty interesting one to share. So I've been doing appliance repair about 10 years, and uh, although it looks kind of like a standard GE range, it's probably about 25 years old, I want to say. There's definitely some differences with it, but I just want to kind of show everybody how similar everything is, even though this one is a bit different. But the and plus in our area we work on a lot of GE stuff. So here, as you can see, there's no bottom drawer. It just kind of sits on the kick there, which makes it interesting to work on because right now it's fairly solid, but it's balancing on the kick down in that area. So it's one of those things we kind of have to deal with what we have. And also on this one, I'm not positive, but it looks to me like usually there's side cover panels there. I could be wrong, but without doing a lookup on something like that, I don't know if they're spec'd or not. That's not really why I'm here. I just want to point this out. There's usually cover panels here, but based on the nature of how tight the cabinets are here, there's hardly any overhang there or here. I think they may have pulled that out just to make it fit, which not a huge deal. I mean, it's been working fine until, like all appliances, all of a sudden it isn't. So what it is there's no heating on the bake and the broil, and this being an older machine, the wiring diagram is long gone. So I have it all exposed now, but there's a couple things here. First thing that you check, and again, this goes for a lot of different machines. So this particular one has a high limit here, right there. So you check that for continuity. If it's open, obviously replace that. And then the other thing is this right here is the bake element. So I already checked that for continuity, and then I also went ahead and metered it for voltage, and I wasn't getting any. So what I found, and this is where it gets pretty interesting because you can see uh, here's the control. So you need to get back in here. Now, most of these just tip up, and this one's no different because it tips up. And there's the support, which this is the pan here. That belongs right there, and it covers up all this wiring, which is kind of unique. That's the unique thing that I found out on this machine. So you have to support this somehow. And I don't know what I do here is I have my tool bag over here, and I do this a lot. Just kind of improvise. You gotta improvise, otherwise you're running back and forth to the van all day getting parts and different things and whatnot. So, another thing that works pretty good is, which I look for, if there's like a hole, you could possibly zip tie this, some zip ties or some tie wire to hold it up. But I didn't. My tool bag fits good here, so I just went that route. But typically, once you pop this up here, this pan is covering that. So you've got a handy prop rod here, and that's good for servicing like your surface burners, replacing these receptacles and whatnot. But here I had to remove it just to get at this, to get at the wiring back here. So a lot of times you see there's a cover panel here, or at least the machines in my area, I see a cover panel here, and you can pull that out and get at everything. But here I had to take all this stuff apart. So like I said, I metered, all your wires are going back down in here. I metered that. I wasn't getting any voltage, and what I found was a blown up wire here. So it was short circuited, and I went ahead and wired that. It's just from years of rubbing against this, even though it's rolled over and it's not a sharp edge, it just blew up there, and I could see evidence on the insulation actually. It's kind of a difficult machine to work on because you got to pull all this stuff out. Whereas the other one I mentioned has a cover panel, you can get in there and meter. But again, it's the same for all different brands. You just kind of have to trace back to what you're looking at. So I replaced this wire and I still wasn't getting any power, and it ended up blowing up the relay. I can't get a good picture of it here because it just looks like a bunch of mishmash wires, but there's your control in here, and there's a bunch of relays down in here which you can barely see. But you know, even without having a wiring diagram, you can trace all this because you know what, you know, you have orange and yellow going down to your bake, and you got to ask yourself why you're not getting power. So once you trace all that, that's how you know you're not, that relay is not sending the voltage. So probably what happened is when this wire broke, it short circuited the bake relay. So went ahead and ordered a new control, and now we're back in business. So I'll just put it all back together, and we're good to go. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys, and hopefully that helps you out there. So good luck on your repairs, and give us a thumbs up.